What's up, guys? This is RG giving you another high definition broadcast. I see a bunch of you guys on my channel, on my video. I asked you guys to put some of these comments down saying what I should do with these subtle essences. Some people said they wanted quivers, and another dude said that he wanted to see some helms. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some quivers for you. I found it very interesting that these quivers are quite similar with the attack speed and 10% to magic properties, but one of them has plus 28 or 26 dexterity, and one of them has hatred regeneration. Hatred regeneration being the pretty much the what is it, resource that the demon hunters use as a consumable resource, as opposed to the other resource they have, which is the discipline. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do these two different types of quivers. I'll make about 20 of each, or maybe 15 of each, just to see exactly what the difference is between the magic properties on each. So here we go. So as you see there, I got 22 dexterity, 22 dexterity, 19, and the lowest you can actually get is 18, so not too bad on that. But you can tell that I'm not proccing the very highest you can get, as the highest is 26, so this is 8. And on that one you can see that there is a hatred regeneration on that one there, and that is 26 on that. So it took about 10 to get a 26. And let's see, I have hatred regeneration on 2 of them now, I believe. 1, and that's 2 here. You can also get magic fine on that one. And I think I'm gonna stop at that point. So gathering the information from these, I have actually one here that had haste regeneration on it. I have another right here, and another one right around this area here. So I have 3 that have hatred regeneration on them, and I got 1 perfect plus 26 dexterity out of I got around, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 13. So that's an unlucky number. Let's make 2 more. So 24 dex on that one, and the next one is 23, so not bad. As you can see, the dexterity is going to help me a lot in that. The next thing I wanted to show you guys is this quiver here, and why I'm thinking this might not be that great to use is because it is pretty much more than double the subtle essence you're using. But then again, if you can proc a lot of stats on it, say, dexterity and strength, or dexterity and whatever, vitality even would be good, would be nice. Also the plus discipline, something like the maximum discipline, or even magic find. So what we're gonna do is just make about 15 of those too, and we'll figure out which quiver is actually better to use. From these, I'm actually gonna keep the highest hatred regeneration one, which is this one here, and also the highest dexterity one, which is going to be this one here. So we'll keep those 2 in mind, and we'll salvage the rest here, so we can figure out what we're going to need to make as a quiver in the retail version. So here we go. Alright, so there you have it. You have sockets procced on these, and that's going to be very, very good. As one of my, ooh, wow, so that's 59 dexterity here, as you can see, and this is the second proc right now. This one's 57, so as you can see, I have an empty socket on this one, and 59 dexterity, so definitely very a good upgrade for a quiver there. I'm gonna go ahead and continue on, and I don't know if you guys noticed, I did proc 2 dexterity ones there, 57 and 59. Not sure if that's just really lucky, and that's just me being really lucky on that proc there, or it just procs a lot of dex on these bows, on these quivers, that is. It seems like there is a high chance proc of dex on these quivers, as I did have a third one there. So let's continue on. Another Dex Quiver. As you can see, I'm putting all the Dex Quivers down there, as Dex is a very, very good stat for Demon Hunters. It's going to be their main stat. So this is 5, and I'm going to go to the end here, so it'll be 15. Wow, 62, insane amount of Dex on those. So definitely a good upgrade to this Quiver once you're actually able to. As they do have sockets and are able to carry a high amount of Dex. I think that's the highest one I've got is actually 62. Wow, insane. I have Hatred Regeneration, I have 62 Dexterity, and I have an empty socket. So able to proc an empty socket, that's going to be really just a really good way to get a lot of high damage. So definitely want to go for the upgrade on that. Quivers seems like it actually they're really good now. They used to be really crappy before, but they have upped the Quiver is now very viable to use instead of 2 bows. Or you can actually use a 2-handed bow now instead of just 2 crossbows, as I see is very viable with this Quiver here. Although I would actually rather have a one-handed and Quiver because of the attack speed. That's just me. Attack speed is really good for PvP. It's always really good to have faster attack speed. You know, just a faster stun or faster hatred generation and so on. So I'm gonna go ahead and salvage off these, and we're gonna take a look quickly at the difference between the bows, or the Quivers that is. So here we go. This is 62 Dexterity, attack speed 10%, hatred regeneration 0.67, excuse me, and empty socket. I would say that maybe this one is actually the best. Or you know what? Maybe this one just because the hatred generation. So let's compare these two. One is level 14, obviously lower, and one is level 25. So yeah, it's 11 levels higher than the other one. So you want to definitely look at that also. But both good options to go with. Quivers are pretty viable in this sense that they don't cost a lot of money to make, as well as materials, and you're actually able to get a lot of bang for your buck for these. So Quivers, good option to go to. As we're talking about the Demon Hunter class, I don't think any other class yet for sure cannot use a Quiver, obviously. Why would you need one? But I believe other classes can use 2-handed bows, but Quivers, I guess is Demon Hunter only. As you can see on the top right of this tooltip here, it's saying that the Demon Hunter is the only one that can actually use this in the offhand. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and salvage these as the patch is coming. I don't really need to use these, as well as I'm going to also salvage these rare items here that I really don't see myself using, or and these were in the other video, by the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and salvage those, and I'm gonna make one of the shoulders, because I actually haven't made a lot of those shoulders, and they're rare shoulders. So just gonna salvage off these rares here, and it is gonna be a full wipe on the next patch, so don't worry about that. So just gonna salvage out all of this stuff that I'm really not going to use anymore anyways. So I'm just salvaging it out, and then we're going to go ahead and go into our armors here, go down to the shoulder plates here, and then we're going to create one of these just to make sure I wasn't just really unlucky. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of these shoulders just like this one here. Not a lot of stats on them at all. I haven't really procced any stats on the shoulders, so that's why I opted out to go for the chain belt. But again, the leggings do carry sockets, so watch out for that. If you guys like sockets, putting jewels in and out of your gear, then you can buy out for these here. But I did suggest going for the adept chain belt as soon as you can make it, as it is very high bang for your buck, and it only costs 5 of those fallen teeth, so definitely a good choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into our next gear here. We're going to go for Helms. I guess one of my viewers asked me if I can do some Helms, but I believe I did a bunch of these arming caps, so I guess he's wanting me to do a couple of these Quivers. So they have been in beta for a very long time, and they're actually a very good helm for level 10. and you probably want to make some of these. But you know, I always listen to my fans, no matter if it's just in beta or not or whatever. So I'm just gonna make 10 of these just for kicks, and to appease one of my viewers there. He asked me to do this, and he took the time out of his day to put a comment down. So and watch my video. So definitely want to help you guys out and do what you guys are telling me to do, because you know, you guys support me, and I'm gonna go ahead and get you back with whatever you guys want to see on beta. So here we go. We're gonna make a couple of these coils here for the viewer that asked for me to make some helms. I'm also gonna make that journeyman's arming cap there, just to see what's up with that. As you can see, making these helms is it's kind of hard to proc that high you know, stat, but I just proc 2 10s, so that is pretty good there. Being able to proc up to the 10, I believe, is the highest I've seen so far. So yeah, we're gonna make about, you know, 10 or 11 of these helms, and I'll show you just how you can't really proc it that often. I did proc 2 here, and I got pretty lucky with that. But other than that, it's pretty hard to get those helms with high dexterity or strength, intellect, anything like that. As you can see, I'm keep on making these, and there it is. So I got about you know, I have one on that's 10 and 7% magic find. I got a couple of 10s here, and if anybody wants to message me and grab these before the patch, I believe it's supposed to be tomorrow or today, and if you want to grab these before that time, you know, feel free to just message me and I'll give them to you, so you can use them on your character, as these are level 10 and you're actually able to use these right now. So for the rest of these, I'm just gonna salvage them up just like that, and I'll make one or more of these helms just to see what comes out. Yeah, as you can see, those helms actually really don't proc very much stats, and I don't really suggest making those helmets, as it's pretty much not going to be that much better than these helmets unless you have a really crazy jewel or a gem that you're going to put in, and it's going to boost your stats that much higher. I believe you should just stick with these helms here, and then you want to save up your crafting materials for something like this later on. Let's see, what else did you guys want to see? I'm just gonna go ahead and craft a bunch of magic stuff that you guys didn't ask me to craft, but I'm going to check it out for myself, and also maybe you guys can learn from it too. So we're gonna check out some different types of boots here, higher than level what is it, level 5 here, whatever these ones are, and I'm just gonna show you guys what kind of differences they have from level 17 to 27. That's 10 levels difference. So we're gonna go ahead and make 10 of these, and then we're gonna switch to the Master's Greaves. So as you can see, that's 22 vitality on that. It's going to be pretty stagnant up there, 18 to 23. So we're going to see if we can't get something different rather than like movement speed. I'm going to see if we can get maybe a strength or something like that on them, as they would be pretty useless to me, at least, if they didn't have something like strength or something on them. Then again, you know, at these low levels, sometimes you just want to go for, like this one, has plus experience on them. At low levels, you definitely want to have as much experience gain as possible. But then again, at low levels, depending on if you're doing hardcore or, you know, whatever harder modes, you want to be able to, you know, kill the enemies fairly easily, and EXP sometimes isn't a big deal with a bunch of friends. It's just all about the fun and how you guys are killing monsters together, and whoever's the strongest. So like, you know, I own that monster or whatever. Who does the most damage is kind of one of the things that I look out for in games, as I do play a lot of co-op games with friends, and you always want to be the strongest out of your friends, right? So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and make some of these chain boots, and then I'm gonna go with the masters, or I've already made a bunch of chain boots. I'm gonna make these masters graves and see exactly what kind of properties proc onto these ones here. So first one, there it is, movement speed, and it came to strength. So 44 strength on these. Off the bat, as you can see, as the levels progress up, the boom. Dexterity, so that means that these have a very low affix range. That means that there's not going to be a lot of things else besides stats on these. First I got strength, dexterity, and intelligence. So there it is, 44 strength here, 42 dex, 45 vitality, and 44 intelligence. I'm pretty much geared to the teeth for any other character I want to make now that's level 27. So let's go ahead and keep on going with this and see if I'm not just a lucky bastard. And yeah, there. See, you know, I could just be really, really lucky. But then again, I could not. It could just be a really low affix pool like the other belt that I showed you guys. So there again, intelligence, dexterity. If I get another strength and vitality, it's gonna be pretty crazy. There's vitality. I just need one more strength to pretty much prove my point. There's another intelligence. So I mean, dexterity. The affix pool on these boots is gonna be really low, and the affixes are basically strength, dexterity, intellect, and vitality. And then there's one that I had that was like let's see, what was it? Melee takes damage. So it's gonna suck if you get one of these, but in any case, you were gonna get a very, very good upgrade with these boots. It's going to Blizzard is showing us that they know how to gear you up, so anytime you're gonna get new types of gear, say from 10 levels higher, it's gonna gear you towards DPS wise. As you can see, I'm having a lot of intelligence, dexterity, strength procs here, and I got a couple of vitality procs there, and they just threw in like a melee attacker takes damage just to throw it off a little bit. That's only one out of how many? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then yeah, 12. So 1 out of 12 is going to be melee takes damage. Let's go ahead and up that ante and see if we can't get more stats on these. So again, a dexterity, and we're gonna just fill this out here. Okay, so there it is. So that's another melee takes damage, and all these are up here are stats here. Alright, so there again, intelligence. So we're gonna stop there because I'm kind of running out of these subtle essences a little bit astonishing. I know I had a huge amount, but I'm going to go ahead and stop there. As you guys can see, my point is that these are very good boots to make, as they do have a really high stat ratio. You have a lot of stats that are going to be coming off of these boots, and you can make like 4 of these boots and be set for all your characters. So we're going to go ahead and just salvage those up, and remember, these are the only 2 that were actually not stat oriented boots. So we're going to switch it out, and we already checked out the belt. We're gonna want to wait for this belt here. We got the boots. These boots are the bomb right there. Let's check these bands. Let's actually see. I'm really curious about plate armor, because you know, you always want to have a new armor look kind of cooler, and this and that, as with your character. Actually, you know, it's between armor and shoulders, because the shoulders really sucked on these, remember, and I was trying to get a really good shoulder on that, and it didn't work. So maybe I'll make a couple shoulders, and then I'll make a couple chest armors. Okay, so shoulders are always cool to have on your character. It always makes them look kind of cooler. So let's kind of put the shoulders to the test. As you can see, I got a vitality there, a dexterity there. So obviously these are probably stat oriented as well. Let's go ahead and keep going with this. Make about 5 or 10 of these. Another vitality, dexterity, vitality. So anything stat oriented like these, shoulders are going to be good. Remember, these master shoulders plates, I've made a bunch of them before in my other video, and it didn't come out with any stats. So these are actually coming out with stats. DPS oriented shoulder guards, and you want to go ahead and look for those type of things. So yeah, definitely want to go for these type of shoulders before you make the master shoulder plates. And the order of like rares you would want to make is probably going to start with the chain belt for my preference. Some people would want to go with the leggings, but I would say go for the chain belt, as it's cheaper, and it's going to be easier to make that way. Then the next thing you want to go with is the leggings. There's my friend Fiction FX Reality, and he's been a good friend of mine, very cool guy, and he's on my channels list if you guys want to go ahead and check it out on the other channels there. And I'm just gonna say what's up to him. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue on in this crafting journey, and then we'll go ahead and check this out. Alright, I said I was gonna do, let's see, chest armor. So Master's plate mail. We're gonna go ahead and check this out. yeah, so this one has 2 magic properties, and this is only level 27 more, so let's go ahead and check this Master's Plate out and see if it's stat oriented. So that has Vitality on it. I believe Vitality was one of the stagnant stats that stayed. Yeah, it is. So I'm not seeing a lot of stat orientation here, but that is Intelligence. So, but that's only 30 Intelligence. So I feel like okay, 30 Dexterity. Let's go ahead and check out how high these Curios can actually proc on stats, or if it actually does proc stats frequently, as Vitality is one, and you can see that it actually does proc sockets, that is, so you want to check that out. Yeah, it actually, both of these don't really proc that many stats, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one more of these this Master's Plate, as it does take a lot of subtle essence to make, and we're gonna head and check that out one more time. So yeah, it actually doesn't have a really high stat range, as I only made like 5 of them, but they do have 30 intelligence on them, and they are able to proc. Or wait, I don't see any. Yeah, okay, so sockets are able to proc on them, so not bad. Maybe you should save your money up for this Master's Plate instead of spending it on this Splint Cuirass, as I don't believe the Splint Cuirass even proc 1 stat. Definitely gonna want to go for those. So let's see. We made a bunch of stuff here, guys, and I'm running out of time as I don't have very much subtle essence left. So we're gonna go ahead and make one more thing, and I guess these Master's Bands will be it. So let's go ahead and make this, and let's hope they proc a stat. So no stat on those, but I will be coming back at you guys with some more crafting videos, and I've always you know, liked you guys commenting, and I always like your feedback, and I always listen to you guys' feedback, so please continue that, and definitely check me out on my channel if you guys are checking this out straight off of YouTube. And I have been disconnected from Battle.net pretty bad, but it's all good. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button up there if you haven't subscribed yet. Also check out my channel if you haven't checked that out yet. And yeah, oh yeah, thank you guys for watching and take it easy. Peace.